Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another Ramblin video. What do I have to ramble about today? Well, that's just a couple things, minor things. I have visited a couple really cool antique stores. There's one up in Youngsville, North Carolina. It's called Railroad Antiques, and inside this store, there's like a section that has a ton of vintage antique toys. A real wide selection of different items up there. I actually met the owner of that small section. He gave me his business card. I gave him a Toy Tune business card, of course. Told him some of the stuff I'm looking for, like, you know, the Space 1999 Eagle playset. You know? I've been after one of those for a long time. But anyway, if you're in Youngsville, North Carolina, around that area, definitely give this store a visit. It's a really nice, it sits right next to the railroad tracks. That's why it's called Railroad's Antique. But there's a lot of cool toys in that place. There's some vintage pinball machines, which I really like seeing. I love seeing the old electromechanical pinball machines. Brings back a lot of memories, 'cause that's what I grew up with. When I first went to the arcades with my brother, it was loaded up with electromechanical arcade games and pinball machines. I was one of the lucky ones that was around when Pong came out originally and Space Invaders. I got to live through that golden era from the late 70s through the early 80s in the arcade scene. I was about 10 to 15 years old in that area, so it was like the perfect time, especially in the 80s. I had a car in 83, and I was driving around going to different arcades and stuff with my buddies. I mean, it was a great time to hang out at the arcades with like the real cool black lights going on and the 80s music playing in the background, all the machines lit up in a little dimly lit arcade room with the glow-in-the-dark carpet stuff. Oh man, good times. I have lots of fond memories of going to all the different arcades back in between 83 and 85, my last 2 years in high school before I graduated and went off to go to college and stuff. But anyway, well, more rambling. Yeah, that's what the title of this video is, Ramblin', so. There was another cool store I visited as well. It's over by Wake Forest, North Carolina. It's called Mantiques. It's kind of like a half and half store. There's like kitchen stuff, newer kitchen stuff, and gadgets you can get. And the other half of the store is an antique store. Lots of cool stuff in there. It had a lot of vintage Star Wars items in there. They had some really cool completed model kits. Like they had this one of a creature from the Black Lagoon that was pretty cool. Had a Batmobile that was assembled a model kit. Had an AT-AT from Return of the Jedi, the 1984 AT-AT in there as well. A super cootie game by Shopper, the large size one, not the smaller one. A lot of cool stuff. So if you're in that area, definitely try to visit Mantiques. It's another really fun store to check out. A lot of cool stuff. Of course, they had this one thing. My buddy Steven, that wrote the book Norman, the Doll That Had to Be Locked Away. He's a writer, a paranormal investigator, and stuff like that. And he was always joking that he wants to get a pet monkey. And I found down at Mantiques they have this radio-controlled monkey head that can make all the different expressions and things like that. I was like, hey, look, I found you a monkey. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I think that's enough rambling. Let's go through some of the pickups. Now, this is not retro at all. This is something newer. But I finally got an Oculus 2 Quest. Oh, yeah. Oculus Quest 2. Been having a blast with this. Now, I had the PlayStation VR for a long time. And I finally got rid of it because it was too much of a hassle. You had the wires coming off of you. And you had so much stuff you had to get set up. And I didn't like the screen. It looked like you was looking through like a screen door is what it looked like to me. So I got rid of that. I only played Battlezone VR with it, basically. Then I got this Oculus Rift a couple weeks ago. I've been playing PokerStars VR with it, having a blast. Been playing Rec Room on it. I've been playing some of these other games I've downloaded off the Oculus app page. And I also got a hold of a Virtual Boy emulator over on SideQuest and put onto this Oculus Rift. I've been playing some old Virtual Boy games. Now, I like the Virtual Boy. I had 2 Virtual Boy headsets at one time, and I had the complete box collection, US collection. I sold that off years ago. I think I sold it off, I want to say in 2016, 2017, mainly because I don't have the space, and I didn't really mess with it hardly at all. I was playing all the games in emulation on my Wii, which was a little bit more comfortable for me. But I like that I can play it again on this Oculus Quest. It's just like looking through the viewfinder on the Virtual Boy again. Plus, you don't have to leave it in red. You can make it gray, all these different colors, so it's not as hard on your eyes. I'm only showing it here in red because that's what the original Virtual Boy was. But anyway, I'm playing Virtual Space Invaders. That's what I'm playing on here. Anyway, also, now this is not retro either. This is newer stuff. I think I may have posted about this, but I found a Vincent action figure from the Black Hole by Diamond Select. I love this movie, and I really like Vincent the Robot in here. And this past weekend, I went down to a store down in Goldsboro, and I forgot the name of it. Oh man, I'll post a picture of the name right here. But he has a lot of stuff like this there. And at his store, I picked up the deluxe version of Maximilian from the Black Hole. Pretty cool. Now, there's a deluxe edition of Vincent that comes with Bob. I'm trying to find that right now, because I like to have that as well. I plan on putting these up on the wall, either out here in my room or in my front room, you know, just because I think they're cool. So I doubt I'm going to open them up and make a video on them. I may make a video talking about the movie and showing these action figures, and maybe I'll show some of the vintage action figures as well that came out when the movie did. I didn't have any of those, but man, I love that movie. I know it's a movie that kind of drags on. It's a little slow, but I just like the concept of the movie. I definitely like the robots in it, and the visuals were just absolutely incredible in that movie. Also, this is a recent pickup here as well. This is from Aviva Toy Company, and it was a Woolco exclusive, I believe. And it's the Snoopy battery-operated Speedway. This is from the late 60s. And basically it's one of those kind of toys where you have an inclined ramp that's battery-powered. It drags the cars to the top. And then they race down the track to the bottom again. I have always liked toys like this. I had one that had penguins. I think it was penguins. Or was it a buggy? I can't remember. But this is pretty cool. It has 4 race cars in it. It has Snoopy, Woodstock, Charlie Brown, and Lucy. So I'm looking forward to doing a video on this for the Toy Tube. I don't know if it works, so I have to see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll have to do a restoration on it. But it's all here, at least it looks like. So that'll be a really fun video to do for the Toy Tube. Now for the game collection, I picked up another arcade translation to my 2600. Picked up a copy of Kangabongo, the game I love to hate. But I wanted to have it in the collection because I'm trying to collect all the arcade translations to the Atari 2600, complete in the box. There's a few I'll probably never get a hold of, such as Cubert's Cubes. That goes for crazy money, so I'll probably never get that. What I'll probably have to do for that one is I'll probably going to have to just do a video with no unboxing like I have been doing on the Atari K2600 series, just so I can talk about the game. I do have the ColecoVision version, instructions and the game. I don't have a box. But anyway, enough of that. Also picked up another Star Wars Structors Action Walkers. Now, I think I showed one of these last time, or I talked about last time. This is the second one I have. This is the first one. This one here came already pre-built. Who are you? Already came pre-built, but the spring mechanism is busted inside, so it doesn't walk. So I found another one that is still sealed. So I want to do a Toy Tune video on this where I actually put it together, and then we'll watch it walk around. I don't know what to do with this one. This would be good for a display or something. I might donate this to the toy store down in Morehead City to put up on the shelf or something just for a display, since it doesn't work. Anyway, put that over there. Also picked up a classic game from the late 60s by Marks. It's their Basketball game. So you shoot these little basketballs up here. You try to get into the basket up there for maximum points. And where they land down here, there's point values. So you can add them all up to see how many points you got. I love these old vintage pinball type games like this. I thought they were the coolest thing. I remember seeing these in yard sales. When I used to go with yard sales with my mom when I was like 6 or 7. I remember seeing stuff like this in yard sales. Kind of wish I would have picked some of the stuff I found back then up. Of course, you know, hindsight's 20/20. Nobody knew that retro toys and retro games were going to explode like they were back when they originally came out. No, especially like the original Star Wars line. I had a ton of Star Wars stuff. The original stuff from the 70s that I sold off, you know, growing as I got older. And now some of those things are worth quite a bit of money, but nobody knew back then. Oh, here's another restoration project I plan on doing here real soon. This is another recent pickup. I got a hold of the Imperial Troop Transport that has a little record inside that makes the sounds when you push the different buttons up here. This one needs a little work. The internal sound doesn't work. The guns are busted here on the top, right there. Battery compartment's clean though. Stickers are kind of worn. One's missing here in the front. The hinge back here, which is a weak point for these toys, is busted. So I got 2 pieces of black tape right there to help, you know, stabilize it. But I found a complete undercarriage. It has one of these that is mint. So I got a new underside I'm going to put on here. I got some new guns for it. I've got a new decal set coming. So I'm going to restore this here in the near future as a restoration video. Get the electronics working again. Get all the new decals applied. Even found the little things you put over the action figures for the prisoners. The little prisoner collar thing, whatever they are. I'd like to try to find some vintage stormtroopers to stick in these little slots and stuff when I do the video. So I got to keep an eye out for those when I'm out and about. But I've been having fun doing these restoration projects. I'll be posting the X-Wing restoration project here really soon. It's pretty much done. I'll just waiting to find a Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot for the video. And I just found one. He's sitting over there. I forgot to pick him up to show him, but you know what he looks like if you're into vintage toys. Anyway, here's the big one. This is a biggie. Now this came out way before my time. But it is an actually really cool game. Made by Transogram. Flip around the other way, dummy. Whoa! It's the Green Ghost game. Oh yeah! This game's awesome! It glows in the dark. It glows better with a black light. Right now I got a conundrum. The Green Ghost, his eyes glow like they're supposed to and everything. But a lot of the glow-in-the-dark paint has worn off. And I can't decide if I want to go ahead and try to repaint his eyes with the new glow-in-the-dark paint, or should I just leave it alone, being it's a vintage toy. I don't plan on reselling it or anything. I'm going to make a video on this, playing it, probably around Halloween, because I think this would be a good video to make around Halloween to play this game. But it appears to be complete in the box. I still got to take inventory, but it looks like it's all there. And I'm really stoked to finally have one of these in my collection. I've always wanted one of these. I remember seeing the Marks reissue at some antique stores that I passed up. But this one being the Transogram, I couldn't pass this up. I had to get a hold of it. Anyway, Transogram Company Inc., Sikeston, Missouri. Number 3905, Green Ghost Game. Cool. Alright, put this back down here. Oh, there we go. So that's all the recent pickups I've had. Hope everybody's having a really great weekend. And hope to talk to you again soon. I'll do another one of these sometime in the future if I get some more pickups and I got some more stuff I want to talk about. So until next time, everyone, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.